Hello, my name is Luca. I am with my collaborator Guillaume Leprêtre.
Hello everyone.
We are two developers from France, and today we are going to show you our application Iris REST API Database Manager. So I will start the installation using Docker part, so Docker desktop. And during this time, Guillaume, can you tell us more about the application, please?
Okay, so this is an application to create persistent tables and data in a cache database. So you can use API REST using methods like post, get, put, and delete methods. So you can use the CRUD. It's a generic API REST application and using classes like dictionary and property, for example.
Yes, all right. So thank you. I'm waiting for the end of the Docker compose. And you can also install the project using ZPM installation, the package manager from Intersystem with ZPM install Iris REST API database manager. And we put in the Docker files, we put on the default port 9000, 9001 and 9002. And we also have a Postman collection into the project to test the application. So I will launch the Docker Compose up when it's finished. During this time I can start to install the Postman. So I will import the collection.
It's a collection to show you an example, but you can also change it as you want and create your table as you want.
Oops. Here is the collection. Is it imported? No. Okay, import. Okay, here is the application, here is the collection. Let's see. Okay, successfully built. Let's Docker Compose up, and I'll show you fast which method we are going to use. Up. So we have basic create methods, get, put, and delete, and we also have a search method using post, where you can search data with some criteria. So the application is created. Let's see if I have a portal. I will wait some seconds. Okay, perfect. So you have the user namespace, and you will find in the production 2 services and 2 operations. Make sure that you have these services and operation if you make a ZPM install. You need to have those services, otherwise you won't be able to create and retrieve data.
Yes, maybe you need to open this production first.
Yes. So I will explain the table request, and Guillaume will explain some the data's request. So you have some creation table, such as create person wallet. Let's see those requests. In the body we have the table name and properties. For example, name, first name, and also types. So you have different types that we allow, such as string, integer, timestamp, date, boolean, float, decimal, and also some fields like required if you want your property to be required, and also an initial expression. So let's create a table. So we have a table created, so it's a good response. And let's create the wallet. My computer is a bit low. And here we have a wallet with a currency and float. For example, amount of the wallet. And if we make a get tables, we will have we will have a table property for person, for example. You will have the same properties that you put in the create, and you can also modify a table. You can modify your table to change an initial expression, to add an initial expression, and to change, for example, the type or even the required boolean. For example, here in the name we will put an initial expression for this property. And you also have a delete method. Here I will delete table wallet. Also in the params you have the wallet. It is correctly deleted. If I try again to delete it, the table does not exist. And if I try the get table wallet, I will have no data to retrieve. So table does not exist.
So now to create a data person, for this example, we will create two persons. So the first one with a data table name person and data. So is value Smith Alex for this example, and this method retrieves ID, so ID1 for this data. So now we will create the second person, and he retrieves the second ID. So we can do a search method like criteria. So we use value, the name and the value. So we search on the name Smith, and we retrieve the data of the first person with the ID and all data.
Yes, if you have more people with the name Smith, you will have a list of person, a list of datas. So you will have multiple data.
Yes, so we can to get data with the ID. So we can.
Here we put ID.
Yeah. And we can modify the data. So we can modify the value of data. The same things. So now we change the first name to value Alexandre, and so we can get it.
So yes.
And we can change.
Alex, and now it's Alexandre. Yes.
Yes. And so we can also delete the data with the ID.
So same things as the table. If you delete, if you try to delete again, it will send an error. So we delete ID1, and here no data for ID1.
Yes.
Same thing for the get.
And you can see all the data in SQL interoperability from Portal Manager.
Yes. So we prefix the data with a database manager in underscore datas, and you will see, for example, here we put 2%, but the first one was deleted, so you have the information for the second one. And finally, what we can tell you is that we plan to add some features on this project, such as adding more possibility for your table creation, like to add cardinality, relationship between tables, or even max len on your properties, and also maybe send multiple datas or tables at the same time, because today you can send only one data or one table when you want to create or to modify data. And also we would like to implement a prediction API to predict values when you before creating a data, for example, you will be able to predict the values. So thank you for watching.